Welcome back to our series on the local folktales and legends of the Northeast U.S., where we uncover the spine-chilling stories and shadowy histories of the region's strangest places. Today, we're venturing deep into the woods of West Milford, New Jersey, to unravel the haunting mystery of Demon's Alley, a forsaken stretch of road once known as New City Village. Picture this: a narrow, desolate lane off Route 23, lined with crumbling homes frozen in time, their windows boarded up with eerie painted shades, possessions left behind as if their owners vanished overnight. Tales of satanic cults, massacres, and ghostly presences swirl around this abandoned community, making it a magnet for thrill-seekers and a staple in Weird NJ lore. Is Demon's Alley truly cursed, or is there a darker truth buried in its past? Grab a flashlight because we're diving into one of New Jersey's creepiest legends, and trust me, you want to stick around to the end for this one. Demon's Alley, originally called New City Village or New City Complex, was a small cluster of 8 or 9 homes built by the city of Newark's Water and Reservoir Commission, likely in the early 20th century, though exact records are scarce. Nestled on 466 acres of Newark watershed land near the Pequannock and Wanakee reservoirs, these houses were constructed to shelter workers maintaining the reservoirs, vital for supplying water to Newark's growing population. The community was modest, a tight-knit group living in simple, 2-story homes along what's now a quiet stretch of New City Road. Former residents, like a school bus driver quoted on the Lost in Jersey blog, recalled dropping off kids at a bus stop there in 1970s, describing families living ordinary lives. But by 1992, the homes stood empty, their residents gone, leaving behind clothes, furniture, and even plates of food on tables, as if they fled in a hurry. Why did an entire neighborhood vanish? The official story points to the reservoir's automation in the late 1980s, rendering the workers' jobs obsolete, forcing them to seek employment elsewhere. But the eerie state of the homes, abandoned with personal belongings intact, hints at something more unsettling. The most chilling tale about Demon's Alley, popularized by Weird NJ and sites like BetoFNLZ.com, centers on a sinister figure who allegedly moved into the largest house in the 1980s. According to legend, this man, a charismatic cult leader from the Midwest, orchestrated a horrifying plot. Soon after arriving, strange incidents plagued the neighborhood. Pets were found dead, telephone lines were cut, and eerie noises echoed at night. Blaming local teens from Route 23, the man invited all his neighbors to his home for a town meeting to address the disturbances. But it was a trap. As the residents gathered downstairs, cult members supposedly stormed from the upper floor, massacring everyone in a ritualistic slaughter. The cult then fled into the woods, never to be caught, leaving the homes abandoned. Variations of the story claim the cult was tied to a motorcycle gang called the Omega Men, worshipping dark forces, or that the leader vanished with his followers through a supernatural portal. The tale's gruesomeness made it a staple of New Jersey folklore. But there's a catch. No police reports, news articles, or obituaries support this massacre. A crime of this scale would have made national headlines. Yet the silence is deafening. Without evidence for a massacre, other theories emerge to explain Demon's Alley's abandonment. One plausible explanation, noted in You Don't Know Jersey, suggests environmental hazards forced residents out. In the early 2000s, a photographer noticed no trespassing signs posted by the CDC, hinting at a health risk. A local real estate inquiry revealed high radon levels leaking from a nearby cliff, a radioactive gas linked to lung cancer. This could explain why Newark evicted tenants and left the homes vacant, especially if plans for a larger development, like an unbuilt road found on old maps, were scrapped due to contamination. Another theory, from the Paranormal Society, proposes the homes were a movie set, abandoned after filming, though no records of such a production exist. Less credible tales include carbon monoxide poisoning or a sudden disease outbreak, but the most persistent myths lean supernatural. Visitors report a creepy feeling, with stories of cameras malfunctioning, as noted on BetoFNLZ.com, or hearing whispers in the woods. Some claim the ghosts of murdered residents roam the 466 acres, searching for their killers, though skeptics attribute these to the eerie ambience of decay. So what's the truth? The most likely explanation is mundane but poignant. The Newark Watershed Commission, facing budget cuts and automation, stopped maintaining the worker housing in the late 1980s. Tenants, likely low-income families, were evicted or relocated, leaving possessions behind if they couldn't afford to move them. A 2009 Suburban Trends article, referenced on a Lost in Jersey blog, suggests Newark planned to repurpose the land but abandoned the project, letting the homes rot. By 2005, vandalism by teens and urban explorers prompted the city to demolish the structures, leaving only foundations and scattered debris. The painted window shades, blackboards with white shades and pull strings, were likely a practical measure to deter break-ins, but their eerie effect fueled ghost stories. The cult leader tale, while gripping, mirrors classic urban legends like the Hook Man, designed to scare and entertain. Its lack of documentation, despite Weird NJ's popularity, points to folklore born from the oddity of a deserted neighborhood in a forested watershed, amplified by West Milford's reputation for weirdness, like the nearby Clinton Road's ghostly tales. Why does Demon's Alley still captivate us? Its power lies in its ambiguity. The sight of multiple abandoned homes, left as if time stopped, is inherently unsettling, as noted by explorer Shady on LostDestinations.com. The 2000 fire that damaged one house, investigated by West Milford police and the patrols by watershed officials, added to the sense of danger. Personal accounts, like a 2013 Medium post by Angel, describe explorers feeling an oppressive coldness and hearing rustling in the woods, heightening the thrill. West Milford's rugged landscape, 80 square miles of forests, lakes, and reservoirs, breeds mystery, with past attractions like Warner Brothers' Jungle Habitat, 1972 to 1976, adding to its quirky history. Demon's Alley taps into our fear of the unknown, blending real-world decay with imagined horrors. Even after the homes were razed, the legend persists, drawing curious souls to the empty lot, wondering if something lingers in the trees. As we wrap up, picture standing on New City Road, the forest silent, the ghosts of Demon's Alley whispering in your mind. This lost village is a chilling chapter of Northeast lore, where history and myth collide in a tale that's as haunting as it is human. Was it a cult's dark ritual, a toxic hazard, or just a forgotten community? The truth may be gone, but the story lives on, daring you to question what lies beneath the surface. Check out our other videos on the Northeast's strangest legends, and let us know in the comments. Would you have explored Demon's Alley before it was demolished? Like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more tales of the unknown.